Well, here we go again. A little bit more of our Vancouver Canucks flashback franchise here on NHL Legacy Edition. You already know what time it is. In case you don't, you missed last episode. Well, what are you doing? Go back and watch it, and then leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. You should do that now, too, even if you have seen the last episode. Last time out, we lost in the Western Conference Finals again. This time to the Colorado Avalanche. Very, 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 very disappointed. But it is what it is. And we are going to keep on keeping on, at least in the short term. We might as well. I mean, especially, too, I don't even think I'm going to have time for, another NHL 25 franchise before 26 is out, right? The reveal trailer is obviously out. We're getting deep dives now at this point. So, I mean, this might just carry us through to NHL 26 and hopefully not beyond that, If we could win a game, that'd be pretty, or, if we could win a cup in this game, that would be pretty cool. We'll see what happens. Not holding my breath, to say the least at this point, because I ended the last episode with the thought, and it's still kind of my thought. What do we even do with this team? Who stays? Who goes? Do we run it back and just hope that magically we're good enough this time? I don't know the answer to that. I really don't. I also wish I could get some of these first round guys to actually be scouted out. Let's go for Vasicek. Top 10 defenseman, apparently. Yeah. I don't know what this team's going to look like by the end of this episode in terms of the draft, in terms of free agency. I just can't say for sure. We'll hope for the best, is all I can say. And we're still going to have a good team, but I can't even be overly excited for free agency, right? I mean, last year, it's oh, man, Sasha Barkov, that'll put us over the top. Nope, we made it to the same round and still lost. Very disappointing. Very disappointing as Colorado loses in the Stanley Cup final to the Tampa Bay Lightning. Go figure. We were, a year removed from the actual matchup between the deal there. So, I mean, hey, fairly realistic. And, yeah, we'll see what happens here. Obviously, we'll double-check awards when we can, and we'll see what happens. But, yeah, I am still just so uncertain of where we go from here. First thing we need to do, because I didn't do this at the deadline because we didn't do anything, we need to turn computer trades back on. I am not going to turn on trade offer notifications at this point. We're finally going to keep that off, and that way I probably won't get in trouble anymore for rejecting offers. Or definitely won't get in trouble for rejecting offers because the AI seems to get pissed at me for that. We'll see what we can do about the draft. I mean, hey, we have 2 phones. It's a miracle. I'd like to actually hold on to them. We have, the prospects game. Oh, that's right. We were going to look at awards, even though, of course, you just saw that Steven Stamkos kind of cleaned up there. But there you go. Tampa gets it done. 4th different winner in as many years. Rocket Richard to John Tavares. Stamkos wins the Ted Lindsay Award. Selke to John Tavares. Masterton to Jordy Ben. Jennings to Riley Pickard. Vezina to Riley Pickard. Ugh. Conn Smythe winner Andrei Vasilevsky. So it's a goalie for the first time in a couple of years. Calder winner, the other goalie of the Lightning, Blade Man Dixon. Lady Bing to Stamkos. James Norris to Drew Doughty. Hart Trophy to Steve Stamkos. That's right, I called him Steve. And of course, he also won the Art Ross. Calder Cup went to the Charlotte Checkers for the second time in 3 years. Carter Hart won the equivalent of the Jennings. And beyond that, he was also the MVP of the playoffs, also the top goalie. Sam Morin, top defenseman. Pierre Huet, the top rookie and top goal scorer. Reed Boucher, though, was league MVP. Vinny Trocheck scored the most points. Okay. Peluso, Krog, Leclerc, Pandolfo, Brunette. Apparently the top 5 picks of our pro scout, if we can actually believe that. I don't know if we can, but that's okay. In terms of player retirements for the goalies, Carey Price is gone. Wow. Pecorine, Cam Ward, Ben Bishop, Pavlich finishes just 1 game shy of 500. For centers, Jeff Carter, Dubinsky, Zach Smith, Dave Boland. On the right wing side, I don't believe Corey Perry would actually retire. Come on now. Perry, Frelick, Hornqvist, Clutterbuck, Teddy Purcell. Left wing side, Alexander Ovechkin, Brad Marchand, as a Florida Panther, no less. That's depressing. Immensely depressing. But hilarious in hindsight. Or with foresight, even. And then defensively, Marc-Edouard Vlasic, Shea Weber boy, let me tell you. Mike Green, Nick Hjalmarsson's gone. Wow, Hjalmarsson's gone. Okay, we don't even get the choice of bringing him back. Okay, I mean, certainly a different timeline that we are in now. Yeah, we're not going to worry about the trade block. Definitely a different timeline that we're in now with those retirements. We have picks number 20 and 28. I mean, trading up might be nice. I don't know if we'd actually be able to pull it off. Anaheim's willing to trade the 6th. The Coyotes aren't willing to trade the 5th. Buffalo's not willing to trade. Who else was up there? I honestly forgot what the board even looked like, and now I can't go back. Detroit, willing to trade the 4th overall pick. Okay. So, I mean, Detroit, Anaheim. Nashville had the 1st. They are willing to... they're willing to trade it. Do we try to make that splash? 2 first-round picks. It is going to take a little bit more. Problem is they don't like to acquire assets that are on expiring deals, even if they're RFAs. We do have some of our young players. There's someone like Shen, who's 4.5 Red Star. I mean, you see where Price has gone. Like, we have basically 2 of the same thing. Maybe we could use Shen. So let's see. Where are we at? That might be enough. I'm just trying to kind of visualize it. That might be enough. The 2 firsts and Earl Shen for the 1st overall. They took it. Okay. I'm good with that. We'll see if I lose like negative 20 GM rep. Perfectly okay with that. We trade up to the 1st overall pick. Ooh, okay. So we got Claremont. Our scout really liked Peluso. They didn't say anything about Dryden. Peluso is an 18-year-old power forward for the Sarnia Sting. There's also James Rodney. Okay. What about goalies just for the hell of it? Nobody too crazy. Alvin Mayer we might be able to get later on. So in terms of scouted info, I mean, confirmed 4.5 star as opposed to 4.5 green, which doesn't guarantee that's what they are. Our scout did like Nathaniel Leclerc as well, didn't they? It's got to be one of the top 2. It's got to be. So either Peluso or Dryden, 18 or 19. So Gordy Peluso. Let's see here. Decent aggression, decent stick checking. And then Dryden, we don't know as much about. Like, obviously, the benefit to Peluso is that he's 18 and has more dev time and might be a center. Let's go for Peluso. We'll take the American Gordy Peluso 1st overall, and we'll see if we made the right choice in trading up. And again, like, odds are that, like, if Peluso is actually that good, like, maybe we would have gotten somebody better. But it's like, again, Earl Shen, he's a low elite, basically, and that wasn't that good in this game, as evidenced by the guy that we kept. And then the 2 first-rounders, like, maybe we would have been able to get somebody else decent, but it just feels like, for the most part, we get those low elites. So, I don't know. We'll see if that pans out for us. Up next, we got a couple of dudes here. Just in case the game gets mad at me, even though he's older. Well, actually, in fairness, we are in the 2nd round. Maybe the game will get mad at me if I take that 3rd rounder. I don't know. Maybe, is that goalie still there? No, he's long gone. Is there anybody left who's even projected second round? I'm just worried, again, I don't want to lose my phone. I don't want to lose my phone. Let's take Rob Wilm, defenseman from the Oil Kings, and we'll see if that works out for us. Can't imagine we're going to trade up anytime soon. So let's just make these picks and hope for the best. So here in the third round, either Newberry or Peter Novotny. I mean, Newberry or Novotny's younger, so you would think he'd be better. Did our scout mention Rudy Newberry? See, I really should have taken a picture. Why do I feel like I'm going to go with my gut? Let's go for Rudy Newberry, even though he's older. If the other guy's still there, then we'll take him after. He is still there. Peter Novotny. There we go. We got both of them. We are adding to the defensive depth, or the lack thereof, that we have on this roster after all of these moves. No fourth round selections. No trades still. Fifth round, we have one pick. Who's that going to be? Based on projection, we'll go for Brian Vandermeer. Again, just in case. Like, I don't know, man. I'm second guessing everything about the phones now. I never thought we'd be in a situation where we'd actually get that second phone back, and now I don't want to lose it. Let's see. Then undrafteds. Chad Hodgson, Pasi Hentunen. I'll go for the 18-year-old Hodgson. Again, hopefully I don't get in trouble for it. I don't know if that's how this works or not. I'm just second guessing. But first overall pick. See if it works out for us. And Hentunen is definitely our guy here to round that out. So in theory, the draft wasn't that bad for us. 20, 28 in a low elite forward for the first overall pick. We just got to hope that first overall pick is good. And, Wilm was okay. Hey, okay, you know what? We used 2 first-round picks to change it from 4.5 red to 4.5 gold. Gordy Peluso, not too bad. Hodgson, oh, God, everybody else was just mid at best. So maybe it was a good draft to move on from certain people. From a goaltending perspective, Leonard and Markstrom. I'm not going to spend the money yet. We're going to let go of both of them for now, and we'll see if we actually need either of them. Defensively, Prohorkin's up to an 86. God damn. Qualifying offer for you. Qualifying offer for Bean. We might as well hold on to Friend and Mellock. Might as well. McElrath we can drop for now. Don't know what we're going to need. Jan Walter, yeah, get rid of you. You're nothing special. Anybody else? Alex Goligoski, Matt Lashoff, just some of the guys we had as roster filler for last year. Okay. Right wing side. Hanu Rene, it's not looking too good. It's not. Again, that's like a low 9. Yeah, we'll move on. Maybe. Well, I guess we'll sign him. I mean, it's an ELC. I don't know if potentials could really change in this game or not, but it's like, well, if we're not going to sign these guys, we're just going to sign rando veterans who definitely don't have much of a future. So we might as well. Hunter Shinkarik. We know we need to give Noah Price. That was the player I was talking about earlier. His entry level. Vujic, Maroon, Kiviranta. How many of these guys do we keep? Bickle was a veteran for last year. Celios, Perro. I mean, again, just sign them. Why not? ELCs. I don't expect them to be very good, but it'll save me time having to bring the likes of Brian Bickle back or whatever. So it's fine. I mean, I feel like Brandon Vujic has been inoffensive. He's a good skater. He hits hard. He's not a big point getter, of course. Do we just try to find someone who's better defensively instead of more physical? How much is that physicality really panning out for us, And then Hunter, such an interesting one. he's been decent for us. He's a good skater. I mean, he did kind of disappoint this year, though, getting into a better role. I don't know. Yeah, he had no power play goals, so his power play time must have been gone. I mean, if he can be a 60-point guy for $2 million, we kind of have to do that, right? We're going to let go of Patrick Maroon. We're going to let go of Vujic for the moment. We're going to let go of Kivy as well. Channel legend that he may be. And then centers, Dubois gets a $6.6 million qualifying offer. Drew Shore. Do we keep Drew Shore? Good skater, good defensively, good physically. I mean, that's kind of the guy that we want for the fourth line, but I'm going to let him go for the moment. We'll double check in free agency. Qualify Raymond Pelech. Qualify Sergei Emelin. Not looking too good, but it's fine. Don't need to sign Peluso. So for the most part, this is going to kind of come down to whoever the hell is available in free agency. And if we can make some sort of play to try and improve this team, you know? As all of these other dudes have signed, including Hunter Shinkarik. Very good. Very good, very good. And that means we can get to the first day of free agency with currently $13.7 million to spend, which isn't going to be all of it, unfortunately. Unfortunately. All right. What do we got? What is the word here? Sometimes still takes a little bit too long, but that's okay. All right, bunch of other RFAs have signed. That's good. Trading block is fine. How's my reputation? That actually went up. You know, I'm pretty sure, because obviously multiple people were yelling at me. I'm like, no, do this. And I'm like, I don't, like, no, I'm my own man. I guess rejecting trade offers all the time probably wasn't too good for the rep, huh? Probably not. All right, free agents this year. We'll start from the RFA perspective. Goalies include Berman, and really nobody else is going to do anything. Okay. Defensively, Prohorkin and Bean are ours. Everybody else is really too old to develop. Forwards, obviously Dubois is ours. Gautier's 25. Yeah, there's nobody. Nope. All right. Goalies. In terms of potential, outside of like Dwayne Exelby, who might have a chance of developing, maybe that's like a low starter. It's pretty rough. So for actual goalies, Burrow's out there, Leonard, Hofflin. I mean, best bang for your buck, like Jackson Whistle? Yeah, maybe not. I mean, Leonard's not bad. He's less expensive than Hofflin. Let's take a look here. He's actually a little bit more well-rounded than Leonard. Very athletic goalie. What about Jackson Whistle? Yeah. I mean, we know Leonard could do all right for us. It wasn't really a question. I mean, we really could bring back both he and Markstrom without much of an issue. Because who the hell else are we going to go for, you know? Yeah, I mean, Leonard's pretty good value for money. We'll send him that deal. And then from there, honestly, if like those two goalies at the NHL level can't get it done, then we're screwed anyway. We'll bring in Jonathan Quick at age 30. No, we won't. He's asking for too much money. I lied. Interested in two-way deals. Kari Ramo, Cam Talbot, the Hamburglar. Okay, well, with respect to Kari Ramo, we'll go for Cam Talbot, and we'll go for Andrew Hammond, just to fill out this lineup. Defensively, Ryan Pilon, Darnell Nurse, Patrick Weirkoch. Okay. And Matt Finn. Any prospects? Of course not. At least nobody that's really all that good. Well, I mean, Alex Leeson, 3.5 gold. But you see, 3.5 gold. There's not. Well, I mean, there's a couple of them actually. I was thinking there was going to be a few more. Henry Cahill. Send him a deal. Boston's apparently also interested. Alex Leeson. Edmonton's also interested. We'll see who he goes for, right? So Ryan Pilon, two-way. I mean, heavy shot, good passing, defense, skating, physicality. He's pretty damn good. Then there's Darnell Nurse, who's directly competing with him. Nurse is similar, but a slightly inferior version. And then Patrick Weirkoch, also a lefty, is better with the puck than the rest of them, but also less physical. Problem is, do we really need like a second pair left-hand defenseman? I don't know if we do. Because, I mean, if we look at this, well, I mean, I guess technically, Bowie, Theodore, I guess we kind of do. Tanev was a righty, wasn't he? He is. So, I mean, move Jake Bean. Maybe even move Prohorkin. OFDs do not seem to be working for me. Although Prohorkin is getting better at a pretty rapid rate in terms of attributes. And Jake Bean, if we ever wanted to deal him, now would pretty much be the time to do it. I don't know if any of those defenders are for us then, honestly. I don't know if they are. We got 30 players under contract, so I might technically need to target a couple of veterans to fill out the team. That's where Goligoski could be handy for us. That is where Matt Lashoff could be good for us. And then Chris Summers, who I have a game-worn jersey for from his day with the Portland Pirates. Let's see. Right wing side, top options. Apparently that dude's fourth line worthy. Nikolai Gogolev, Nikita Korostelev, JC Lapon. Saycatch really drops a bit from there. Nobody with a crazy potential at all. Okay. I mean, even if we didn't sign someone here and had to trade for somebody, that would be fine. I mean, let's be honest, right? Like, hey, who's a good skater? Who's good defensively and physically? Stevens has the physicality. I don't think anyone's necessarily going to have... Oh, Nick Pastorius has the physicality, not quite the defense. Anybody else in that conversation? Hunter Smith also has the physicality. Apparently good skating, heavy hitting. That's easy enough to find. Good skating, good defense. Significantly more rare. For whatever reason. Garrett Armour is there as somebody who can hit. So if we go... let's just resort this then if there's that many people who are good at skating. Something like Gogolev is the best defense of the bunch. That's not even that good. Left wing side. Top players. Vlad Demesnikov, Brendan Leipsic, Lance Boma. That's not too bad. There's also Charles Hilbert. A couple of other 3.5 younger options. So Dominic Pilar. We'll throw an offer in for him. Let's go Ivan Filatov and Charles Hilbert, or Hilbert, depending on where you might be from. Defensively, we got some 4 stars, 5-star skating. Jared Lejeune doesn't quite have the physicality, but does have the skating and the defensive ability, which is more of what we're looking for, apparently, maybe as opposed to the physicality. So honestly, for this guy, I mean, I feel like, yeah, he'd be an AHL deal. Let's bring that guy in, just in case we might want him. And then at center, Johan Larsson, Ricard Raquel, Victor Rask, Matthew Perreault, Sam Bennett. Anybody with a good potential? Bernard Gervais-Chouinard. Unbelievable name. There's also Maurice Brodeur. Send a deal to. No guarantees we get all these guys, but we might as well go for them. And then again, defensively, nobody that's really top-notch in the way that we'd be looking. Definitely some guys who can hit, though. Okay. So what we'll do from here, let's start to sim towards next season. We'll see if anybody gets hit with an offer sheet. We'll see how the players who we already have develop, and that might help us make a decision. But I definitely think we're going to have to do some research in terms of who the best options are from around the league. Cahill went elsewhere. Oh, Gervais-Chouinard went elsewhere. Damn shame. We did get a couple of dudes, though. Not all of them, though. Of course, we didn't want to... we didn't want to overspend, unfortunately. Pierre-Luc Dubois gets offer sheeted by the Ducks. $10.6 million for 4 years. 2 first-round picks, a second, and a third. Can we stop the sim in time to double-check the deal with PLD and to see if we should take that? Let's go look at Dubois here. First and foremost, 2 first-rounders from the Ducks, that's pretty valuable. I could argue Dubois might be even more valuable still. He's supposed to be a two-way, ungodly skater. Good physicality, it just doesn't hit. Defense isn't that bad. Hand-eye lets him down a little bit. He's got a good shot. 54 points this past season, but of course he played on the third line quite a bit. He is a 70-point guy. I got to be honest, I think we keep him. Yeah, I think we probably keep him. Right? That kind of seems to be the way to do it. 2 first-round picks. That could be anything. That could be Pierre-Luc Dubois. If it was 4 first-round picks, I think we would really have to have the conversation. But just 2, I think we're okay to keep Dubois on the team. That $10 million might make it a little bit more difficult, but there we go. We'll match the offer. PLD is back. Gotta be honest, I was kind of hoping Jake Bean would get hit with an offer sheet because I'm just kind of looking for an excuse to get rid of him. But, that is what it is. That is what it is, I suppose. I suppose. Yeah, like I said, I want to see what the player development looks like. And maybe that can help us inform our decision. Even though, again, you could have made an argument about letting PLD go. But I feel like that type of deal, even if I change my mind, we can get 2 first-round picks for Dubois whenever, we should be fine. Truly. And if we're not, then I'm going to cry because, oh my God, we should clearly be fine. It's crazy. Doesn't look like anything else is going to happen. Prohorkin, Bean, both still RFAs, no contracts yet. That's okay. That is okay. And let's just wait for this to go through. And we'll be able to see what we have going on here. You know what? I'll jump whenever it's done. No, I was going to say I'll jump whenever it's done loading. It's already done. Look at that. So scouting assignment for the start of the year. Forwards from the dub. Apparently there's a top 10 option in Alexei. But all right, so what we have to do, just to make sure all the roles are updated and everything. Let's save this bad boy. Back out. We'll load back in. That'll update all the nonsense. And we'll take it from there. Hopefully it actually saved, because the last time I did it this way, it didn't save, hence us keeping Hunter Shinkarik when we originally were not going to. But career, be a GM. God, it really was just kind of buried under multiple button presses, huh? God damn. All right, let's see. What do we have here in terms of this team? What do we got with $1.6 million in cap space? Goalies, Pickard, Leonard, Strudwick, Talbot, Hammond. That should be fine. Defensively, Bowie, Prohorkin, Theodore. I mean, Prohorkin's up to an 88. We can't possibly get rid of that guy. Emery's up to an 80. Depth defenseman, but not quite there, as Tanev has dropped down to a third pairing player. So our right side on defense, that's already figured out. We know that top pair is Theodore and Bowie. Second pair needs to be somebody with Prohorkin. And then it's either we just accept Jake Bean is going to kind of be meh, or we move Jake Bean and essentially find a new third pairing OFD to play with Tanev and a new second pair DFD to play with Prohorkin. Emery, unfortunately, is a two-way. Also, I think he'd benefit from being in the AHL one more season. Anyway, I don't hate the idea of moving on from Jake Bean. He has just been, I mean, we've seen the progression from Prohorkin. The puck skills for Bean are just, they're not there. I mean, he did have a 31-point season. Playoff-wise, though, he just never puts up points. I don't know what it is. We get to the playoffs, and he just gets destroyed. I don't know what it is, but all right, we have that going on. Right wing side, which again, Sherbak is more of an ideal like left wing. I think we can definitively say, if I'm not mistaken, because obviously these three, we got two first line players here as well with Clark and Sprong, but we can offset that with playing time. So say we have Blake Clark. I guess I said Brett Clark on the other episode. Obviously, like Daniel Sprong can factor in there still too, unless we have to move him for cap purposes. And then there is Mr. Charles Mallet. Was he a second? He was a second line guy too, wasn't he? He was. The reason why that's concerning is if we play him on the third line, he might not develop as well as he could if we played him in the top six. So something does have to give here. Mallet does have 75 faceoffs. Sprong's at a 68. What did Clark have? 75. So in theory, Clark or Mallet at center could make that work. Could. And then Sevier probably going to have to be replaced on the fourth line, unfortunately. Left wing side, Price isn't ready to go. We do have Hunter Shinkarik as a sniper still, which I don't hate. And then centers, we know Dubois, also a first liner. Shit. Which just means, again, like if we play him in a second line, like we might be able to offset it with power play though. So I mean, in theory, the top six could be Sherbak, Clark, Mallet. Second line could be Dubois, Barkov, Sprong, or Dubois. Yeah, Dubois. Oh my God, Dubois, Barkov, and Sprong. It puts O'Reilly and Horvat into a weird spot. Jan Suchi's ready to go at the NHL level. He's not quite what we're looking for, but he's not what we're looking for that third line. I mean, we saw... Actually, yeah, because Horvat went down a point, didn't he? I mean, we saw the negative effect on his scoring last year, being on the third line. Obviously, he's great at it. Oh, boy. Too many people, too few spots. That is what we're dealing with right now. I'll tell you right now in advance, I'm going to have to go through the entire league to try to find the best players I can get for each of these positions. Because free agency wise, like there's a couple dudes here and there, but it's nothing too crazy. So what we'll do is call it here. I'll get the team set up and ready to go for next season. And hopefully we can win ourselves a Stanley Cup.